How are y'all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Play. My name is Kevin, and today we are playing another Floor 9 run of Luck Be a Landlord. If you're enjoying these videos, please consider liking them and subscribing if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Let's jump right in. Our current win-loss is 12 wins and 10 losses. And we didn't have great luck on the last episode, so win streak of 0. Let's see if we can turn that around. I think here, taking a seed, I think is probably the best choice. Banana, not the best, but it's not too bad. Cultists are very, very strong, so I don't mind taking them early on. They have one of the best scaling. I will also take a coal. That requires us now to pick up something here. A crow would give 2. How many am I going to get? I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1. So we are okay. So I can afford to take... Crow is worth 5 every 4 spins, so it's technically the best, so we'll take it. And we made the first red paint with 3 left over. It's not too bad. 50 now during 5 spins. I'll take an item capsule, and I will take... We do have a banana, so we have Ricky the banana. Tax evasion though makes the crow a lot better. It makes the crow worth minus 2 every 4 spins, so it makes it actually doesn't make the crow that good. Magpie would be better. Makes the crow worth 6 every 4 spins, so like 1.5 per spin. That's not too bad. Let's take... We could take this. Adoption paper. Let's take a... Let's take a bee. Might pick up a beehive or a honey. We don't particularly want a second bee. They are only worth 1. On the other hand, we don't particularly want anything else. So let's take a second bee. And let's skip this. So we're a bit ahead of the curve now because of adoption paper. On the other hand, we don't really have any item that's fantastic. We could take a rain. Go to B. It's worth 2 as well, so it's not too bad. 15 per turn. We're not doing too bad. Tax evasion would have been much better with Magpie. It would have made Magpie worth like 2.25 every turn. At the moment, it's only worth just over 1 per turn, but we could take it. We might get Birdhouse, maybe. Here, let's take a bubble. It's worth 2, removes itself. What's not to like? And here, I don't particularly want any of these, so I think I will skip. 14. So we're getting about 14 per turn. We made the 50 rent paint with 10 left over. 6 by 14 is 60, 84. So we should make the next rent paint without too much trouble. I'll take a ninja over sapphire. There's a few interesting synergies with ninjas, and I'll take Quigley the wolf. Now I'm kind of wishing we'd taken those 2 dogs from the adoption paper, but we weren't to know. Let's take a key first over the safe. And we're getting 20 per turn, so we shouldn't have any problem. Let's skip this. We still have a banana there that's not really helping us. Did we pick up that mouse that time? We didn't, so we could pick up a seed. And here's another key, so possibly I would have been better off taking the safe with the benefit of hindsight. Let's skip this though. We definitely, at the moment, we still don't have any like proper scaling mechanics, which is a bit worrisome at this stage. Let's skip this. And we'd made the 100 rent paint with 23 left over, 150 due in 6 spins, so we need about 20 or 30 per spin. Lucky capsule could be great. Tax evasion is really good with Magpie actually. Fish tank, so it'll make the Magpie worth like 1 extra per turn, and it'll occasionally save us money on Crow. I think fish tank probably, I just need 1 or 2 fish to make that worth more. Mrs. Fruit, yeah, we do have a banana, we have a cherry, so that's excellent. Here do we want a Hex of Hoarding? Not particularly. Don't particularly want a present. Let's skip this. Oh, we have 2 cherries actually. That's brilliant. Let's take another seed because there's a good chance it'll turn into something Mrs. Fruit can eat. Turned into a banana, which is not the best of the choices. We'll take a wine just because it's worth 2. How's our inventory? 20 symbols, okay. And then we're getting about 22 per turn. I think we'll take another coal. Actually, I think we have to take a spirit. And let's remove something worthless like the kind. I think we had to take a spare to guarantee that we'd make enough rent. And we did actually just about make enough rent. So we made the 150 rent payment with 2 left over. 225 now due in 7 spins. So we now need to get over 30 per spin. Let's re-roll for something better. Coconut is pretty good with Mrs. Fruit. And Ricky the banana I think is probably the best. We have 2 banana peels. It's unlikely we'll get enough money to skip our rent payment. Frozen fossil is great. If we can survive for 20 turns, it becomes 4. And we do have a cultist. We might remove that so that we get the frozen fossil faster. Let's take another seed from Mrs. Fruit. Oh, we did get a coconut. Let's take a peach from Mrs. Fruit. With the diamond propping, we shouldn't have any problem. 3, we need, if we get 30 per turn, we'll have 130. Let's take a lockbox for the key. Okay, we are getting 30, so we should have no problem making the next rent payment. We could take a tedium capsule, it's just worth 5. That's excellent. The key and the lockbox removed themselves. That's a great help. We don't want any of these though. And we get 8 from the flower with everything lining up. I don't think flowers are going to be how this run wins, but we did make the 225 rent payment with 40 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins. So we need about 40. If we can get like 35 to 40 per spin, we should be fine. Will buffing capsule give us more than 4? More than 8? Or should I'll use the reroll. Ended up with a buffing capsule anyway. That's not great. I think happy hour here is guaranteed to give us at least 1 because we do have wines. And it means we can kind of keep the wine. We don't need to worry about removing it. Now the question is, do I think removing this cultist is a good idea? Then we'll get this frozen fossil earlier and it'll start paying out 4. 5 actually I think, because we did remove a cultist. Beer is now worth 2, which isn't too bad, but we do have 20 symbols. Okay, we're getting 44, so we shouldn't have much problem. I'll take another peach from Mrs. Fruit. 37, I'll take an item capsule, although a dog would also be okay. It's worth 3. Actually, a dog would probably have been better. I'll take another coconut half from Mrs. Fruit. There's our frozen fossil. 4 turns, 2 turns. We should have no problem at all making the next rent payment. Yep, 50, almost 50 on that turn. I'll take another seed. It's a good chance it'll roll into something that Mrs. Fruit can eat. And we made the 300 rent payment with 23 left over. 375 now due in 8 spins. So if we get 50 per spin, we'll be fine. If we get 40 per spin, that's 320. So we need about 45 per spin. A strawberry is worth 3, so I think I'll take it. Ninja mouse, we don't have a mouse, so I'll take grave robber. And that's excellent. The seed turned into a fruit. 45, we're just on the cusp of what's okay, but we will be getting our eldritch creature soon, so that should bump us up. Let's take an urn. Okay, 60 on that spin, that's great. We could take another urn. And 50 on that spin, so 4 spins. Yeah, we should have no problem at all. We could take a milk and hope the cat gets it, but we only have 1 cat, so let's skip. And we have slightly too many symbols is what I'm thinking there. Another peach from Mrs. Fruit is great. And another banana, it is worth 2 and it will give Mrs. Fruit an eat. But on the other hand, it will clog up our deck. 64, we're doing great. Another cherry is great. Mrs. Fruit eating both of them straight away. And she's now worth 16. We made the 375 rent payment with 50 left over, so we have scaled for that one. 450 now due in 8 spins. If we get 50 per turn, we're doing okay. I could take a dame. It's worth 2. The only thing that it buffs at the moment is, well, it does buff this pearl and it buffs this diamond. Is that better than a peach? Occasionally it hit 5. How's our inventory? 20 symbols. Are we likely to add? I think a peach is probably better. And I think horseshoe is better here. Just 2 per turn. Okay, normal turn and we got 56, so we should have no problem making the next rent payment. Let's re-roll here in the hopes for something better, but we didn't get it. Okay, 57. Let's take a buffing capsule. Let's hope it hits Mrs. Fruit, which it didn't, but it did hit our elder creature and our strawberry, so it's not too bad. Do we have a key? We don't, so let's skip all these. And we do have a removal capsule actually. Okay, because we have the removal, we could take a banana. And we actually only have 18 symbols, so there's no need to remove anything yet. 54 at the moment, let's skip this. 60, we're doing okay. We could take another banana. Now what we really want is the teeth. And the fact that these bananas are worth 2 is really helping us. Let's take a reroll capsule. Okay, 52. So we did make the 450 rent pin with 69 left over. Nice. We did scale more than rent, so we're doing pretty good. 575 now due in 9 spins. If we get 50 per spin, if we get 60 per spin, that's 540. So that should be enough. So we're looking at 60 per spin. None of these will help us, and Hexamitis could help us. And let's take grey pepper. And I'll risk it. Will I risk the Hexamitis or will I remove it straight away? It's probably better off removing it straight away. Just so I don't get a Kine in my spin. Okay, we are getting 60 per spin, so we're doing pretty good. Let's take a goldfish for the bowl over the other 2 options. Goldfish for the bowl is identical to Mrs. Fruit eating, so it was better than that one. And the other option was a 5-sided dice, which is worth 3, which is pretty good, but unfortunately our deck is a little full. 59. We don't want another coal. We could take another wolf, but the problem is that there's a chance then that Mrs. Fruit won't roll in. So we'll risk it. A 3 is pretty good. 59. Let's skip all this. I don't think we want any more bananas. We definitely, one of the best things would be a teeth. 44. That was really bad. What happened there? Yeah, exactly. Mrs. Fruit didn't roll in, and on those turns we have problems. 68 though. Yeah, we shouldn't have any problem. We could take a lockbox because we do have the magic key, but instead I'll take a goldfish. Okay, as long as we get Mrs. Fruit on the next turn, we should be fine. I'll take another goldfish. And we did, so we're doing okay on this rent payment. 66, we made this 575 rent payment with 23 left over, so we didn't quite scale enough. 650 now due in 9 spins. Farmer would be okay, except it doesn't work with banana peels. If it worked with banana peels, I'd probably take it, but instead, pear is not good. I don't think we don't have anything that buffs pear, so I'll take a sun. And here I'll take, I don't particularly want any of these, so I'll take Maxwell the Bear. Let's remove a pearl. I think is the worst symbol. Okay, 65. So we have 8 spins and we need to get 560, which is 8 by 7. 8 by 6 is 480, I believe. 8 by 7 is 560. So we need 70 per turn, which is a lot. Let's take a White Stone. Okay, we got 84 on that turn. If we do that, that's pretty good. We'll take a buffing capsule over a cultist and hope that it rolls in. Rolling into Mrs. Fruit would be the best. Only 60 on that turn. We can't afford a call. We could take another flower because we do have a few synergies for it, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay, not the best roll for the buffing capsule. Only 67 on that spin. Let's take an item. Okay, guillotine. That's great. 65 on that spin. 4 spins to get 300. So we need 75 per spin. Problem is we don't have any modifiers. Buffing capsule could work. It hit Mrs. Fruit. That's fantastic. 105. That could definitely save this run. $62. Let's skip it. We should get 64. I think we have been hovering around 56. That was a terrible one, but we did actually make rent. Wow. 650, we made that rent payment with 1 left over. 700 due in 10 spins. Oh, Amherst, we don't have anything that buffs it. We don't have anything that buffs Card Shark. Is another Mrs. Fruit worth it? It does give 2. I think it is. And I think a lunchbox is probably the best. And we need things that Mrs. Fruit can eat. That's great. Cherry is good. And plum is good. And we're hoping that they both eat them. Okay, we need about 70 per turn. We didn't get it. We have to take the seed. 75 on that turn. We're currently, the coconut is great. And they both ate the coconut. That's more than we could have hoped for. 73 on that turn. We're so close. Good hit there on the flower. But unfortunately, we missed the Mrs. Fruit. So that ended up being a bad turn. We'll take a buffing capsule. Hit one of the Mrs. Fruits, but not the other one. I'm thinking taking this key was a bad idea. Let's take a cherry. Okay, how are we doing? 64. Okay, 4 spins to get 700. That's 3. We still need about 75 per spin. I mean, the potential is there. Another banana. That's not going to help. 73 just underneath. Let's skip. It's mad. Like something like a billionaire would put us over. Let's skip. Okay, how are we? 97, that's great. That's really helpful. Let's skip this. And I think we actually do have enough. 69, so close. 700, we made that with 36 left over. 777 due in 10 spins. And it's going to be so close. I think we need to risk it. That didn't help. General Zarif is a disaster because he'd eat the Mrs. Fruit. Let's skip. So we didn't get any better. Checkered flag. Checkered flag would make this magpie worth. So it's currently worth. Do I have tax evasion? I don't. The magpie is currently worth. It make magpie worth 2. That's currently worth like 1.25. Lucky cat. I'll risk it on lucky cat. I think that might be better. I shouldn't use my removal capsule. We need a thief. That's what we need. We'll take a lockbox because we need to get rid of this magic key. And let's remove with 26 symbols. That's way too many symbols. Oh, the banana peels are technically worth 2. Do we have anything here that's worth 1? One of these bees. Yeah, let's remove a bee. We need a thief. You know, 1 thief would help clear up our deck so much. 77, that's a perfect amount. Let's skip. 87, pretty good. Hexativery, is it worth risking the Hexativery for the Eldritch Creature? I don't think so, although it is worth 3. 78, let's skip. I think all our rolls have been above 77 so far, so, oh, that was a 70, that was a low one. Chemical 7 though, could be good. We've missed our big Mrs. Fruit, that's not good. 59, not a very good symbol whatsoever. Let's skip this. Could have taken the Tedium Capsule. Magic Key on the lockbox, that's great. It gets 2 symbols out of our deck and gives us 105. 3 spins to get just over 200. Shouldn't be a problem, it's just about 70. 85 on that spin, and that's great. Let's skip. Don't need a wolf. Okay, 79. Hex of Destruction. If that hit a Mrs. Fruit. Okay, we don't need it though. We're only 20 away and we only have 1 spin, so no point in risking it. We did get perfect spin, 77, and we made the last rent payment, only 52 left over, and this was some run. Took a while to get going. We got a Mrs. Fruit and we went right in there with the Mrs. Fruit. We took everything. We took bananas, we took cherries, all the fruits. We had an Eldritch Creature, but didn't end up being a great run. We had too many symbols. We couldn't afford the hexes on the because every symbol we added after 20 made it less likely the Mrs. Fruit would roll in, and she was a large part of our run. Like, we had no multipliers. An arrow, you know, an arrow would have made this run much better. A thief, if we got it. We have 6 bananas. We went through the entire run. We didn't see one single thief. We ended up with 6 banana peels. Luckily, they did give us 2. If we hadn't have picked up Ricky the banana, the question of whether or not to take these banana peels would have been much harder. But we did pick it up. We did take them, and they did help us win. I think So great run, very close, but I'm very happy. I believe I made some good decisions in that run and we won. So could we have won easier? Who knows? I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, give us a like, comment down below, let me know what you thought, and subscribe to see more videos every day. Until next time guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.